Yo, what's up, guys? It's Andrew from travelingguitarist.com. Today I'm talking to you about key signatures and standard tuning. So some people, they like to ask what key signature standard tuning is. And the question is kind of wrong in itself due to the fact that what key you're in and what scale you're using and what chords you're playing depends on how you fret the notes more than anything else. But with that said, if I had to say that the guitar was tuned to a particular tuning, I would say that it's in the key of C major, and more specifically, E Phrygian. So E Phrygian is the third mode of C major, C, D, E, it's number 3. It's on the third note of C major, so it's the Phrygian mode. And the reason why I say it's the E Phrygian mode is because there's 2 E notes on standard tuning guitar. So that means there's kind of like a tonal center there. It's a predominance of the note E. So you could say that it's in E Phrygian. I don't know what other people have to say about that, but that's what I would think of it as. But with that said, as I said before, it doesn't really matter, because how you play the guitar is what determines what key it's in, Now, there are other ways you can tune your guitar. I listed some of them here. You have DAD, GAD, which is D-A-D, G-A-D, and that's just tuned to a D suspended 4th chord. Then you have like a D minor tuning. That one's very odd. You tune it to a D and F, E, A, C, and D. So that will just play like a really nice D minor 9 sounding song. So you could play each string open and just strum on it, the guitar open, and it would make a D minor 9 sound. So it's pretty cool. And then the most common altered tuning out there for sure is drop D, which is the low E string of the 6th string E is tuned to a D instead. So that was probably the biggest alternate tuning out there for years, from like the late 80s up until the early 2000s. There's so many bands that use drop D, so many rock bands in particular. Nowadays, I don't think drop D is nearly as popular as it once was, and if it is being used, it's used in a different way. But additionally, though, it's kind of a lot of people in metal are doing tunings that are pretty bizarre now. They're going way lower. They're doing open C like Devin Townsend, and there's all kinds of bands that use very intricate tunings that are quite different from the way they used to be. Another thing that I want to talk about is the idea of guitar key signatures. People will say, what's a guitar key signature? I was never taught about that, but I guess some people use this terminology. And there is no such thing as a guitar key signature. But what people are meaning when they say that is that, there's some key signatures that are more suited to the guitar than others. So for instance, you got like your C major, the relative minor, A minor, G major, E minor, D major, E major. Particularly the ones that are the easiest to play on the guitar: C major, A minor, G major, and E minor. E minor for sure I would say is the easiest key to play in. There's a ton of songs in E minor. There's only one sharp, and that's an F. And that's probably the best key to play in. It's just I don't know. There's just something about it. It's very even, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it, but it seems really easy for me to play in. Another way you can change the tuning is with the capo, and what that does, that just changes the position of the nut. So if you played a G major chord, an open G major chord like this, on the guitar, that's actually going to be a B flat major now. So yeah, that's how you can change the key as well. But that's about it for this video. I hope I addressed some of your questions. Just wrapping it all up again, I would say that the guitar is tuned to E Phrygian. It's just because every note of every string, every note, every pitch of the string of each different string is tuned to a note that belongs to the key of C. But it starts on E Phrygian. There actually is no string that's tuned to a C. But yeah, all in all, that's what I would say about it. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace. Oh yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and all that stuff.